Hi there, welcome back. I haven't stopped. I've been busy all this time since the last video, and yep, I've well, what can I say? I didn't do exactly what I said I was going to do. I changed all the caps. Well, all the reefer caps are all been changed. There we go. But I said to you I was going to take the speed control board out, that one there, and change a few of the electrolytic caps in there, but I didn't do that because I thought let me just try to change the burnt reefer caps, because all these caps, if you see, I don't know if you can see this, hang on, I've got a shadow of the other light now, oh god, I'm going to get around this, hang on, I'll use a torch, there we go, right, I need so much light in here, my god, they're all cracked, everyone is cracked, right, even that one, that's on the other side, hang on. They're all broke, cracked, and they all read very, very, very high indeed. So they're near enough shorted. That, and let me get it in the right place. So I've got to use a stupid torch. I haven't got enough light in it. I mean, I've got a kitchen come workshop, and what I need to do is sell this house and buy a house with a dedicated workshop. That's what I really want more than anything in the world. If I win the lottery, it's the first thing I'll be buying. Is a double garage, 4 or 5 bedroom house with an outbuilding, like a dedicated workshop, and if it hasn't got one, I'll have one built, and that's what I want. That's all I want in life, you know. But there we go. I've got to make do what I've got. So they're all broke, all gone. Right, turn that torch off now. There we go. Put this in my pocket. I don't know where to put it. Let's get this in the right position. Yeah, so they've all been changed, and one of them on the speed control board, you can see that. See the big yellow chunk? That's the new reefer cap. Well, it's not reefer, it's a new suppressor cap, one we're talking about. That's the brand, reefer. Right, so that's been done. That was tricky to do. Oh my god. I turn it sideways, but to avoid burning these wires, because you've got to be careful with those cables in a way, what I've done, I made a little shield. If I can find it, where is it? I made a little shield out of cardboard and tin foil. Good idea, eh? So I just got a bit of cardboard and just wrapped it in tin foil, and I jammed it in between there. I used a cotton bud to move the wires out of the way and jammed it in position somehow, and I put this foil strip in there covering the wires so I wouldn't burn them. Actually, I did touch one by accident before I made this, and I thought, hang on a minute, Harvey, come on, be careful, don't burn the wires. So I made that, and that did the trick, and I didn't even touch the foil actually, so I just took real care. And there we go, there's the other one. So there's one there on the speed control board, and because it was very, very hot and it was almost shorting out, maybe that could have been the problem to the speed problem I've got on this, where the speed was playing at double speed near enough, because at times it did go back to normal, back to 3 3/4 and 7.5 inches per second. So next thing I'm going to try now is plug it in, put tape on, and see how it goes. And if it stabilizes and stays on the correct speeds, then I might just leave the rest of the caps until later on that speed control board. I don't know, it's a bit of a pain to get out, it really is, but if I really have to in the future, I will do. I'll have to remove all the boards, that plate, it's got to come off, all the boards, then get a long screwdriver and take all these little pins off, desolder these 2 cables here from the transformer, and take it out and do it. I mean, there's a few other caps need doing actually, but you know what, as I said, if it works now, that's it. Next job I'm doing, I'm going to put a counter belt on. So the next video you will see, if I've got a counter belt the right size, then you'll see it working with a counter working, blah blah blah. So anyway, there we go. They were quite easy to do actually. I had to pull out a few cables, but that's all right. I made a note of where they went, don't worry about that. So yeah, there's the other one. So it's 3 on the relay board, and there's 1 on the speed control board, one of those suppressor caps, and they should be reading, they're normally 0.4 microfarad, which is 470 nanofarad, and the ones I got with the what do you call it, the motor run caps, they're reading under, which is probably good actually, so long as they're not reading more. But there we go, I've got a whole box load of these caps. I bought a load from China. Yeah, I'm going to show you, where is it, I've got them here actually. I was going to put these in place of the other ones, but I thought, you know what, why bother. There we go. I think there's about 300 I bought. 200, I can't remember. I think it was 200. So I've got enough for all my Revoxes. Because remember, I've got to do the same job with all the Revox machines I've got. And I've got, how many now? First one I bought, the Dolby one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got about 6 Revox A77s. Jesus, it's becoming, it's becoming an obsession. I can't even talk, I need to eat. I think Benji at one point, he said he had 20 odd Revox A77s. Damn. I bet you wish they'd kept them now, because they've gone up a lot in price. But yeah, if you're watching that, if you're watching this, Benji, yeah, you should have kept your A77s. But you know what? He's got the same problem I've got. Storage. Simple as that. I had a lot of things here I wanted to keep. I even had an old teletype, ASR 33 teletype. The first thing they used to communicate with mainframe computers. In fact, I used a few of those in my first computer jobs years ago. But it was all working. I had the copy stand, I had the punch paper tape punch reader. That was all working lovely. And I had to get rid of it. I sold it for 500 years ago. It's probably worth a couple of grand now. In fact, you don't even see them on eBay. You might see them in the States, but not over here. They're long gone. But I wish I kept it. But then again, it's storage space again, you see. Alright then, so let me see. So anyway, what I've done, took them all out. They're all dead. I'm going to check them later on a meter, but I read one already and it said 1,795 something nanofarad. I thought, Jesus, near enough a short, I guess. Or was it the other way around? But bad anyway, not good. One of them was getting very hot on the speed control board. So that could have been the issue with the speed problem. But I'm going to have something quick to eat, and then I'm going to get back to this, plug it in, stick a tape on, oh no, counterbelt first, and then see how it goes. So there we go. That's how you do it. That's how you change them. You've got to change those caps. Whatever you do, if you buy a Revox and you see this kind in there, get rid of them. I've even got my first machine I ever bought years ago in the 80s, my first Revox, and I don't even know if they were changed, because I took it into a shop called Raper and Wayman to get the heads converted from 4-track to 2-track. Whether they changed these or not, I don't know. I've never actually opened up the machine since, well, never. I mean, the shop did the opening. I've never opened it myself, my original machine. So, you know, they probably do need changing, because the last thing you want to do is for those to get really hot and catch fire and burn the boards. You don't want that. No way. So anyway, these are X2. I don't know if you can see. X2, so in other words, they never explode. They won't smoke, they won't burn, they just die. That's it. That's what you need. X2 capacitors. There we go. 0.47 microfarad. There we go. They're the ones I got with the motor run caps. I still don't know whether I have to change those or not. If the rewind and fast forward is sluggish still, then I might have to change them, because that means the motor run caps are old and need doing badly. Well, there we go. I'm going to call this, what can I call this now? I should have called these part 1, part 2, part 3, or whatever. I'll have to decide what to call it. Anyway, I better get something to eat. I can hardly talk, I'm feeling sluggish. Alright then, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye for now.